Good afternoon, all. What a hump day. What a hump day. I'm excited for Candace's episode. The Secret Lives of Scheming Wives. And I got a little twist off for that. The secret lies of scheming employers or loved ones or friends or community or government or ops or military or whatever, fill in the blanks. The scheming lies of da 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 da. There's so many people that can fill that position. It's actually crazy to think, but if you look at the reality of the world that we're all walking in now, which is quite weird, you can see how that's unfolding in many, many ways. Many, many ways. And it is so sad. It is so very sad to sit back, witness, understand the true reality behind the reality, recognize why God is moving everything the way that he is, and how instead of just looking at the mirror, because we all have a mirror, we really do. And instead of just looking at the mirror and going in and looking at things and just realizing like, you don't have it all figured out. Maybe all your answers aren't the right answers. Maybe your way isn't the right way. And maybe your way up until this day, today, hasn't been the right way. And maybe your choice of decisions and your choice of handling things and your choice of how you conduct your business, your choice of how you live your life has not been right. It might not be right. And maybe you're feeling the heat of those just decisions, right? But the only way to stop feeling that heat and stop acting so sporadically and irrationally is to go in and do the work and heal the things within yourself that you have to heal. Like nobody can go in and do that healing work. Believe me, I know. And I go through different ventures of my walk every day based off things that I see, that I go through within myself, interactions that I go through within myself, conversations I have with people, conversations that transpire around me, the depths of where conversations go, the things that people do share with me, and the heaviness that I carry on that because of the pain that so many people walk with, whether that's through their families, through trials and tribulations, whether that's through medical issues, whether that's through health issues, whether that's losing loved ones, whether that's financial hardships, whether that's hardships at your work with too much pressure. I mean, the list goes on. The list goes on, and we're all feeling that so at such a gravity level right now. And it's like people in different positions get off on seeing people hurt and in pain and scrambling in that type of nature. And you don't think that that's the reality, but it is the reality. It truly is the reality. And you're starting to see that on the broader scales. And for me, I had a conversation with my mother last night because I've been really, really honing in on my childhood and unpacking different things in my childhood that just don't make sense, and just kind of trying to put things together in my head and different things and documents and stuff like that. And, you know, it came to me in the conversation that, you know, so much of my life has been like organized and orchestrated, where there was a lot of people in my life that had power over me because I gave them that power. It wasn't, I gave them that power because I was unhealed and I was broken and I didn't know myself. And there was no space in the world that I was living for me to think the way that I think, for me to feel the way that I feel, for me to accept my faith the way that I accept my faith, for me to find the voice within me that I've always had, because I've always adopted the mindset up until this last year that I had to make everybody happy. Right. And that I wanted everybody to, you know, be the best version of themselves, and that I wanted to always create peace for the world around me. And I always wanted to do the best in every job that I was at and every craft that I was at. And it took me down so many negative roads because I carried it so deeply inside of me. Like, that's what I told my coworker today. I said, my biggest hurdle that I struggle with is because I operate so much from my heart. And that's something that I've operated in my entire life. I operate from my heart when I'm at work. I operate from my heart in my family, with my son. I operate in my heart with my loved ones, with my friendships and things. Like, I operate from my heart. And so because I operate so much in my heart, I I'm trying to work on the ability to know when it's imbalancing me, when it comes to my energy, when it comes to my health, when it comes to my mindset, because there's so many different things in this world designed by the devil, designed by corruption, designed by people that strive on stealing from other people, or stealing and destiny and doing all this stuff and the Epstein crap. I mean, just look in those files, and they take it to the extreme in reference to what they will do to create narrations for them to siphon your energy, steal your ideas, exploit you to keep you small, where you don't even know what you're thinking. And it's like, it's so crazy to finally wake up to that and see it, and see how much my life has changed in reference to just the power that I do carry inside myself, because I no longer give anyone power outside of me, but I still move and operate in my heart space, you know? And I truly move genuinely and authentically to myself, because, we weren't put on this earth to prove our worth. We were put on this earth with the worth already. Right? We just were. Everybody individually has a worth. They have an abundance. And that's how you move and operate in your day-to-day operations. And that's how you start pulling energy. And that's how you're able to connect with yourself. That's how you're able to connect with your spirituality. That's how you're able to connect with your religion and your beliefs, and connect with God, and connect with Jesus and the Holy Spirit and the Christ conscience. And there's, the Most High, or however you want to say it all lands at the same place. It really does. And again, I know that people are entitled to believe how they believe and carry whatever religious faith they do. And I want that for them, and I respect that for them always. But I also want the same for me, because I don't carry yours, then there's a problem here. And it's like, why is that? Why have we adopted that? We can all carry our beliefs in our religion, but still land on being good people and loving one another for being a good person, loving thy brother and loving thy sister, and respecting them, not over talking them, not overpowering them, not moving and inflicting fear because you're trying, it's just, it's crazy to me that we now live in a world where inflicting fear on people is now used as a ploy or a tactic to gain something. It's like, how do you think that you're going to end up on the side of good, on the side of righteousness, on the side of productivity, on the side of profit, on the side of whatever, fill in the blanks for you? If you're in the world and you're of the world and you're choosing to instill fear into others for the betterment of you and whatever that is, again, fill the blanks for you, take away with what resonates. How do you feel that that's going to land in a solid, good outcome for you in the end? Like, you have to think about these things, because it's not going to, and then you're only going to have yourself to blame. And then you're going to be stuck in the same position like you were 6 months ago, 7 months ago. Perhaps it was a quick fix for a little bit, but because you took the wrong antic, the wrong tactic, instead of moving with humility, moving with humbleness, moving with kindness, moving with, hey, what we've been doing ain't been working out. We're going to change things up. And we're going to start moving and operating in a different way. And it's going to be a burn. It's going to sting. It's going to be really hard. We're going to give it a few weeks to iron things out. I mean, there's just so many different ways that you can facilitate change. And that's in your personal life. That's in your business life. And it's just because we have so many people that get so locked in on their way or the highway. And they get locked in and allowing power, money, greed to control their decisions, which a lot of them live in lies and, schemes and stealing from others. And then they create these whole narrations to go and completely demolish someone. And it's just, or better yet, they'll just take you out. They'll take you out like they did Charlie Kirk, and they'll sweep it under the rug. And you can't talk about it. You can't talk about it. And it's just like, it's Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. If you think God's going to sit back and watch every single body in this world acting that way and just be like, oh, they're good. They got it all figured out.